everyone, my name is Luanne and I'm an instructor at Adrenaline Junkies. I teach stretching and today I'm just going to take you through a short full body stretch that you can do in the morning when you wake up. You can do it before bed, you can even do it after workout, anytime that suits you really. So we're going to start off in tabletop position. And while you're here, I want you to make sure that your wrists are stacked in line with your shoulders and your knees are stacked in line with your hips. And we're just going to take a few cat and cow here. So you're going to inhale, arch your back and look up, and exhale, round your back, push into the mat using your hands. And look down, inhale, arch your back and look up, and exhale, round your back, chin down, inhale, arch your back, look up, and exhale, round your back, chin down. One more, inhale, arch your back, look up, and exhale, round your back, chin down. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine here, and we're going to inhale and drop our right elbow to the mat and look over our left shoulder and just breathe here. And we're going to use our right hand to push into the mat to make our way back to tabletop position. And now we're going to drop our left elbow to the mat and look over our right shoulder. Just taking some deep breaths here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And back to center. And now we're going to lift our left hand in the air and we're going to thread it through our right hand, bringing our left ear to the mat. And this right hand, just stretch it above your head and look towards the ceiling. And you're just taking some deep breaths here. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. And use your right hand above your head, you want to bring it back by your face and use it to push into the mat, push back into tabletop position and back to center. And now we're going to lift our right hand in the air, thread it through our left and bring our right ear to the mat. This left hand, we're going to stretch it above our head and look towards the ceiling. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And we're going to bring this left hand back to our face. We'll use it to push back into tabletop position. And here we're going to take some more cat and cow. So we're going to inhale here, arch your back and look up, and exhale, round your back, push into the mat, look down, inhale, arch your back, look up. But this time on the exhale, we're going to exhale, round our back, bring our big toes together and push into child's pose. And while we're here in child's pose, we're just going to take a few deep breaths, really grounding ourselves, pushing into the mat using the palms of our hands and our fingers. Our forehead comes to the mat, and we're just breathing here. And now we're just going to take our hands and move it all the way to the left side of our body. As much as we can move it. Really want to feel the stretch on the right side. And we're just taking a few breaths here. And now we're going to move our hands back to center. Take 2 breaths here. And now we're going to move our hands all the way over to the right side of our body. Really wanting to feel the stretch on our left side. Back to center. We're going to take 2 more breaths in child's pose again. And now we're slowly going to make our way back to tabletop position. And here, now that we're here, we're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to use our toes and the palms of our hand to push into downward facing dog. And while you're here, you really want to make sure that you have the correct alignment. So if you need to bend your knees a little bit, you can, but you want to push your heels into the mat. It doesn't matter if your heels doesn't touch the mat. You're just pushing, using your force to push your heels towards the mat. You want to make sure that your upper back muscles are separated from each other and you're lifting through your waist here. And we're going to inhale here and exhale. And we're just going to hold downward facing dog for a few more seconds. And from here, we're going to inhale, lift our right leg into the air, and exhale, bring our right knee in between our hands for pigeon. So while you're here, if this is too difficult for you, you can always just use a block and put it underneath you like this. If not, you're just right here, breathing. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And now we're just slowly going to creep our hands in front of us and bring our forehead down to the mat. Just taking some deep breaths here, really breathing into our right hip. And now we're going to slowly creep our hands back up. And we're going to tuck our back toes using the palms of our hands to push back into downward facing dog. And now we're going to inhale here, lift our left leg in the air. And exhale, bring your left knee in between your hands. And we're breathing here again. If you need a block, you can always put a block here if this hurts or it's too much for you. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And of course, we're listening to our bodies. So if something doesn't feel right for you, always just come out of it and then you could come back in. And slowly creep your hands in front of you. Bring your forehead to the mat. Take one more breath here, inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And slowly creep back up. We're going to tuck our back right toes and using the palms of our hands, help us to push back into downward facing dog. And we're here, and now we're just going to pedal out our legs quickly. And now we're going to inhale, lift our right leg in the air, and we're going to bring it to the outside of our right hand for lizard. And we're just going to hold lizard here for 2 breaths. Drop our back knee to the mat, and we're just going to bring our elbows down to the mat now, holding on to our elbows with each hand, and just bringing our forehead down, breathing here. Into downward facing dog. We're going to inhale here, lift our left leg in the air now, and we're going to bring our left leg to the outside of our left hand for lizard. We're just going to stay here for a few breaths. You really want to push into the mat using the palms of your hands. Make sure that the weight is not in your wrists. You're going to drop your right knee to the mat, and we're going to drop our elbows to the mat, grabbing onto our elbows with opposite hands, and we're just going to let our head fall here. Really breathing into your left hip. Toes to push back into downward facing dog. And here you can now either jump to the top of your mat or just slowly walk to the top. And we're just gonna let our head down. roll to either side of our elbows. And just relax and breathe. And you can let your hands go and slowly make your way into standing position. You're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae and stand on the top of your mat in mountain. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Lift them above our heads. I'm going to inhale and lean to the left. And exhale back to center. And now we're going to inhale and lean to the right. And exhale back to center. Bring our hands to the side. And now we're going to face the long edge of the mat. And we're just going to take a wide-legged stance. And here you can use your blocks. So you just have our blocks in front of us. We're going to take a wide-legged stance. And we're just going to inhale here and fold forward, grabbing onto our blocks. Maybe we don't need the blocks. And we're just going to stretch our hands back behind us as much as we can. Breathe in here. And now we're slowly going to creep our hands back in front of us. Jump our legs together, come into standing, face the short edge of our mat again, and we're going to end off in child's pose. So big toes together, knees apart. You're going to stretch your hands out in front of you and bring your forehead to the mat. And you're just going to take these last few moments to yourself to really ground. Notice how you feel. If you're doing this in the morning, set an intention for the rest of your day. And whenever you're ready, you can just slowly make your way out of it. Come on to seated. And sit down in either cross-legged position or half lotus position. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And on the inhale, you want to feel your stomach expand. And on the exhale, you want to draw your belly button towards your navel. Towards your spine. Gently open up your eyes when you're ready. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you had any questions, you could always contact Adrenaline Junkies. Thank you. Bye.